Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another beautiful and exciting episode of Tie the Knot with yours truly, Emeka the Romantic Muchika. First of all, I'd like to say thank you so much for viewing. Thank you for subscribing. Keep on subscribing. Thank you for sharing. And it gives me a lot of joy to see that people are being inspired. Some of the comments, some of the people commenting are telling me that, hey, I am getting the zeal to get married. So thank you for watching. And this is what Tie the Knot is all about. We will inspire you to get married. We bring couples to come and share their love stories, to share their experiences, and whatever they've seen in marriage, they get to share it with you and give you some good lessons. So ladies and gentlemen, today with me, I have another awesome couple. They've been married for 3 years. Quite beautiful. I remember we've hosted people who have been married for 18 years. I hosted another interesting couple that was married for 12 years. I hosted another couple that was married for some months. Today I'm bringing a couple that have been married for 3 years. The lady is, she's an Instagram queen, an Instagram influencer. If you've heard of Mrs. Lubwama, Nicole Lubwama. So ladies and gentlemen, joining me today is Mr. and Mrs. Lubwama. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
How are you guys?
We are good. We are happy to be here. We've been watching. So we are happy to be the ones in the seat.
All right. So I remember that the first time I sent you a DM asking you to be on the show. You told me you had to first talk to him. And when he finally accepted, I was like, oh, thank God. Because I was having a conversation with him off camera. And he was telling me he fears the camera. How do you, first of all, how do you deal with him? You're a content creator. Nicole, I know you every minute. Content. Banange soko kwate video. Banange first take a picture. And he looks to be a person who is so reserved. So, first of all, we'd like to know, how do you deal with each other?
Okay, I think when I met him, he was reserved, like you said, but I think I've gotten him comfortable to being in the camera. Of course, I started slowly, but now he's comfortable with it because I had my YouTube days and I would host him on my, we would do videos together. So I feel like he has gotten the hang of it now. He's just supportive like that. He just has nothing to do but to just tag along in my shenanigans.
And also when you're in love, you realize that if you don't know what you want, it's another tuggle.
It's another tuggle.
You don't want to do videos with me. You don't want to take pictures of me. So you're like, for the sake of this, let me just do it. And slowly,
you find yourself enjoying.
You find yourself enjoying.
There's also the other aspect coming of, if I do not vibe with her, there is no meal for me.
It has not gotten.
Well, I hope you mean the meal that I'm thinking. But you know, what happens with these ladies? If she's mad or she's not in the mood, you're not going to have anything. So you have to do what pleases her. So that she's happy, so you can also be happy at a later time.
I mean, they say happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife, happy life. Anyway, thank you so much for coming through, and I'm so glad that I'm hosting you. First of all, we'd like to know, you told me you've been married for 3 years. First of all, how have the 3 years been?
Honestly, they've been great. I can't complain. I'm enjoying my marriage. God has been good. And of course, as with any other marriage, it has its ups and downs. But the downs are really not too much compared to the ups. So it's been a really great journey. It's amazing to have someone to do life with. So.
Mr. Lubwama. The 3 years.
Well, the 3 years have been really good. Personally, things are really falling into place. You know, when I was still single, you could get back home, you have to think about what you're going to eat.
Over times you come up with the Chirolex.
But now you just be there like, I'll just find anything.
You're waiting
home.
to be served.
Yes, just waiting to be served.
Yeah.
And then, you get home to see someone you love. And the good thing is that we've been living happily with God at the center of our marriage.
Yes.
So it gives you joy every time you go back home to someone you're married with. Yeah. When there's love and happiness in the family. So it's been really great 3 years actually. Sometimes I wish I even took her in. Alone.
Yeah.
Because she's an incredible woman.
Yeah, she definitely is.
Yeah, she's fun to be with.
Some blushing. So before you guys got married, how long had you been together before you decided to tie the knot?
We were together a long time. No, we were together.
How long did you date?
17, 18, 19, 20.
We were together from 2016.
What?
Yes.
Okay. 17.
Yeah. At the end of 2016.
Oh, you've added that year of rejection.
No, there's no rejection.
There's no rejection.
How can she reject a man like that?
Okay. Anyway.
Okay. So the thing is, we met towards the end of 2016.
Yes.
So we started intentionally dating at the beginning
of 2017.
So 2017, twajingira with, intentions.
So and you got married in 2021. So that's like what? 5
years. 5 years.
5
because
years
we got married in
dating.
December.
December 2021. Okay. So you see, when couples have been together for quite a while, before they get married, things seem to be okay. And when they get into marriage, now reality hits. And that's when issues start arising. How has it been for you guys? The way you guys were when you were dating, when you got married, did something change, or you guys just continued and things got way better?
I think that normally happens with people maybe who are pretending and those who get maybe a little time in courtship. But for the years we had, we learned a lot about each other. And actually, even before we started dating, I already knew her. So, yes.
We shall get there. That's our next question.
So, when we were in courtship, we explored everything.
Yeah.
We had fights. We had everything during courtship. We saw how to handle each other. Yeah. And by the time we reached marriage, actually by the time we said now we are getting married, everyone was ready. So by the time we transitioned into marriage, things have been just moving the way we set it up from courtship up to now. Things have been moving well. That's from my side.
From your side?
Yes. I just hope she has the
my
same.
My side doesn't differ a lot from yours, okay? So for us, for me personally, nothing much has changed. I feel like we are the same or even better people now that we are married, because one thing that we did take into marriage is we kept the friendship that we had when we were still, dating. We were very good friends. We were open with each other. We, like he said, we explored everything. I knew him. I knew the kind of person that he was. Same to vice versa. So when we got married, we just, nothing much really changed. Nothing much really changed, but we kept the friendship. So we took it on, and it's just the same, just better.
It's just better.
Yeah, because now you're staying with the person, and yeah.
So to the viewers out there, today we have our main topic today is going to be submission. And Nicole and Miss and Mrs. Lubwama, you guys got married. You guys are from our generation, You're millennials, right?
Yeah.
Not Gen Z. Millennials find it hard to submit, so we shall get there. Just to let you know, today's topic is on submission. But now, first of all, how did you meet? And which year was that? Because you said you knew her before.
Listen,
that's story. Mr. Lubwama.
Okay, so what happened? me and her used to go to the same church.
Which church was that?
Matters Church Catholic.
Yes.
So we used to go to the same church, and we used to have little chats. So
those chats after service, say where you go to greet people.
Yeah, you greet
she
people.
Told me she's called Nicole. I was like, oh, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
I'll give that name to my daughter.
Ha!
Yeah.
Strategy.
But by that time, she looked so young. I was like, let me leave it. Yes, I'm telling you.
Which year was that? 2016 still? Or?
No, before 2016.
Now, we were much younger because we grew up in that church.
Okay.
So it was years.
Were you in high school, campus?
Yeah, from, I think, campus. When I was in campus.
Campus and I was in high school.
Yes, so I was like, this girl is still young, you know. They're still shaving their head job.
You don't have to say.
Oh my God. They're still cutting off. Bamurinya deka.
This is not the right time to go to prison. I thought, let me just give it time. So when there was some time,
yeah.
So I see I gave she was now looking mature.
You say, then you said now the mango is ripe.
She was mature and edible.
David! Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
So I was like, okay, I think now it's the right time.
It's the right time
to throw a stone there and see
or to pluck the mango off the tree.
And then you see what happens. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. My side of the story. You always say that thing of you looked at me and I was young and you gave me time. I feel like you'd be lying. But anyways, this is what happened. So, like you said, we used to go to the same church, David would sit like this angle, this side. Like I'm seated here and when I turn like this, I'm seeing him in church.
And was he looking at you?
Yes. Our eyes would always meet.
Have at first sight.
But of course, like he said, as young, and now that I was young then, me, I used to think this guy is so old. I can't be, I can't have such thoughts. I can't.
But you already had the thoughts.
Okay, no, but I didn't have thoughts, but I just thought, this cute guy, I just look at him and be like, okay, he looks good. Every time I'm just looking this side and I catch him looking at me. Like we look at each other. I'm like, okay. So, but of course, me, I wouldn't be the kind to go and reach out. Those after church services where you greet people, say hi. Me, every time after service, I would go out to wait for my mom by the car. But of course, he's a people's person, so he would go around greeting people. Maybe one time he came to me to say hi. Like, hi. I was like, hi. What's your name? Oh, I'm Nicole. I said, I'm Nicolette. Hey, nice to meet you. Nice name. Like he said, Mbo.
I'll give it to my daughter.
Mbo, he'll give it to his daughter.
Did you feel like a capias? No,
I didn't. I took it lightly. I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
So we left it at that. So every Sunday after service would come to say hi, and it would just be that. I didn't really have friends at church, so it was him, the only person I was talking to.
Wow.
If not, if I'm done with him, I go by the car, wait for my mom, and that's it. So then I disappeared. At some point, I stopped going to church, but I also changed services. I was doing the Luganda service, so I changed to the early morning one for English. So I hadn't seen him for years. And then this one time, now 2016, we go, there was an overnight, December 31st. And
still at Matters Church?
Yes. I go for this overnight. Went to this overnight with my then boyfriend. Yeah.
So were you at campus by that time?
Yeah. So I go, we go to overnight.
Yeah.
We had our issues with that guy.
I think you had come to pray for them, right?
Maybe. Yeah. But now, this is what happens. I enter church with this guy. We go to look for where to sit. And then I'm looking around. I see my friend, this one, who I haven't seen in years. My heart was happy.
Are you serious?
Please.
Kwegamba, your heart cheated on your boyfriend.
I was so happy. I was like, but I don't know this guy like that. Why am I so excited to see him? I was very, very happy. I even left my boyfriend there to go say hi to this my long-term friend who I hadn't seen in years. So I go. He was seated there with some friends, and I'd just come. The church was full. I didn't have anywhere to sit. So I got to see and say hi. He was happy to see me too. Like, hi, long time. He gets me where to sit. I sat, my boyfriend sat where? My then boyfriend. I'd moved on.
So you came to church when you guys had issues?
The issues even started there. Because we had come to church after he's jazzing over he wants to go where. Then I got mad. I was like, you go. Then I stayed with this one. I stayed with him. He got me a seat. So we sat and started talking, catching up, long time. But I was just so happy. In my heart, I was just so happy. And I never left. And I went and told the person that I'd come with, Nemugamba, you know what? My friend has got me a seat there. So that's where I'm going to sit. He was like, okay, I'm also going out. Bye. And that was it.
And that's how the relationship ended.
From there it was rocky. So
it was rocky.
Yeah.
But Jesus was doing the thing.
31st overnight.
Mr. Lubwama.
United by the Spirit. He was playing something he didn't value.
I know, he didn't value.
Yes, because I remember that day of 31st when she came to church.
Yeah.
There was a point even I phoned her crying.
I
phoned her crying. Then I was
okay, so that was then. I'd gone to...
On that very day?
Yeah, I think this guy, when he told me he was leaving, I felt so angry because we've come to church to pray. So what do you mean you're going to the bar? I got so furious.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got so furious and I started crying. So Bambi, Mr. Lubwama found me there.
I bought you.
He bought me some tea. It was a cold night. It's overnight. Bought me some tea and some samosas. And he was just standing over there watching me eat my things.
Why
just taking care of me.
Bambi.
It was even cold. You gave me a jacket or something.
Yes.
I'm like, this guy, I
Laying
can't be carrying. So after that, we go back to our seats. Yeah, and it's on that day I knew that this guy is the one. Like I knew because when he got up to go. It was cold, so he went up to get your jacket, I think.
Yeah.
To go to the car to pick his jacket, and when he came back, I saw him from a distance there. Now, first of all, he went and I was mad. Because deep down, Mbu, not Mbu, I was actually missing him because he was taking long.
Wait, he has just gone to the car to pick a jacket.
But also
and you're
remember,
missing him already.
But also remember,
Like,
it's just my friend. This is just my friend.
Yeah.
We're just catching up after a long time. There's nothing there. But my heart was already feeling things. I was feeling like, this guy is taking long to come back. Why isn't he coming back? And the reason as to why I was mad is when he was coming back, then I saw him talking to Sambu chicks. I think I start getting feeling jealous.
You got jealous on day one before even you started dating.
Before even talked about love, because we hadn't even talked about love. Yes.
That your regime was strict.
No, I swear I'm not like that, by the way. I'm not like that. Regime, But just that day, my heart was just telling me things I just wasn't aware of. Yeah. So I start to feel things like, why is he talking to that chick? Like, I've been here waiting all this time. I mean, can you come back and sit? So anyway, he comes back. I'm not in the mood.
You're not in the mood.
Okay, you're making it seem like I was mad, like so mad. Like, but I was just not in the mood. But yeah, he came back. We talked, and time he had to leave to go. And what did you tell me when you were leaving?
We exchanged numbers.
And which number did you give? He gave me a number that's not on WhatsApp.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I told her not to WhatsApp me by then. So I just gave her a number. I told her, if you want to reach out to me,
call.
You just call. So I told her, and you're going to call me first.
I was like, no, this guy is so full of himself. He's like so full of himself.
Yeah, so I told her, you're going to call me first. I left church a bit early. I think I left like around 2. Because they were there. For them, they were still there. I went home. So I was there sleeping. You know, you're from the overnight. You wake up late. I think it was around 8 a.m. 8 a.m. I see Nicole calling.
You're like,
hey, I just picked my phone. I pressed silence. I put it back. I slept.
Tell him how you felt when you saw the phone ringing.
How did you feel?
Yeah, I was happy. I was like, yes, now this chick likes me. But I just picked the phone, put it in silence, and I slept again.
Do you know how stupid I felt?
I'll call later.
You know, like how it's like I was making the first move,
I know.
and then they didn't pick up my call.
But already you had
felt
felt
stupid.
things.
But he didn't know. It was just me in my movie, you know, feeling my things. But I wasn't about to tell him or show him. Yeah. You know. So and then I go home after the overnight. I sleep, and the first person I think about when I wake up is this guy.
Bambi.
I swear. I thought about him first thing in the morning. I was like, let me call him. But before he left, I remember he had told me, I know you're going to call me first. I was like, yeah, right.
We shall see.
Anyway, I wake up first thing in the morning, think about him, and call him. After did he answer? I was like, now why did I call? I feel stupid.
Mr. Lubwama, did you call back?
Yes,
yeah,
he did.
After some long time.
No, it wasn't so bad.
I woke up, freshened up, had to eat.
Taking his sweet time.
Like at
1 p.m.
Like at 1 p.m. And she was already missing me by that time. Oh. Yeah, so we started talking.
And I remember telling him, your number is not on WhatsApp. Like, yeah. I use a different number on WhatsApp, my MTN. I just don't like to give out my MTN. But let me text you on WhatsApp. So I think I remember, if I remember correctly, the first thing you sent was an emoji, right? That had hats. Like a face, I think. That had
with those two hats in the eyes.
Yeah.
And
he said,
shoot straight away.
There was nothing like, hi, what? Just the emoji and I like you.
Wait, that was his first message?
Yeah.
I like you. My God. Gwe ngati wakubasa siku nyama. What?
But I did.
I get like a message. I read it. I smell like I like you too.
You gave me the reply. Whenever you were ready. Wow.
So yeah, and just like that. Yeah, that's how we started.
That's how we started
from there, yeah.
Wow. That's 2016?
2017 beginning.
Beginning of 2017.
Yeah. So that message came on 1st Jan, I think. Yeah.
So tell us, we would like to know now, yes, you've started dating. How did you, Mr. Lubwama, how did you like officially tell her in person?
You know, by the time we started dating, she had that lazy boyfriend.
Oh wow.
And honestly, I was also having someone by that time.
Yeah.
So we started talking, we created chemistry, and then she wanted to push it to another level. So they come, she calls me, she's like, you know what? I've broken up with my boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, oh, that's nice. So meaning now you know
your mind.
Your mind. And she's like, yes, but it comes at a cost. I'm like, you have to break up with your girlfriend. I'm like, yeah.
The speed is too much.
Mama, you know those relationships that just end silently.
Yeah,
like it has ended, but no one has come out to really speak on it.
Yeah,
that was my case. Like it was done a long time ago, but we just didn't call it like quit in person or actually talking about it. So it was only right that before I start something else, I make it clear to this person that, you know what, this thing ended a long time ago.
Yeah.
So, and he was also in the same situation. Yeah, so he just had to also make it known that, you know what, this is just not working.
Like I said, Nicole, strict regime.
Exactly.
Strict regime. Okay.
No games.
So when she told you to break up with your girlfriend,
it took me some time.
How
Like
long did it take you?
Like I don't remember well, but it took me some months because
you're scared.
Yeah, like I didn't want to hurt her, and she had not done anything bad to me. It's just that I'd found someone that I felt was better.
Was better than her.
Yeah, so I wanted to handle it in a more civilized way. Yeah, so it took me some months, but then after we talked with her and we called it off.
You called it off.
And then I had to stick to Nicole.
The lady with your daughter's name.
Exactly. And by that time, actually, she thought I had a kid.
What made her think like that?
I thought I have a daughter, and I even showed her pics.
You were lying?
Yeah.
Yes,
it was someone else's daughter that...
Yeah, like...
he loves kids.
I was just trying to play defensive. Since now I had a girlfriend, I was like, now what if she gives birth? Maybe I can just this is the baby that I told you about.
Well, anyway, it turns out he was lying.
Yeah, so after that I told her, no, I don't have a kid. It wasn't my daughter, so we're good to go.
Nicole, how did you come to break up with a guy? Did you fight? Like, how did you approach him and tell him, you know what, now it's quits? And did he even get to mention Mr. Lubwama? Did he overreact?
No, because, like I said, at this point, I think he also knew that there was really nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
I think we got to a point where we all outgrew each other. Like, we fell out of love. So, the thing is, I don't even remember telling him. What did I even tell him? Like, he just... Actually, I think I didn't tell him.
You didn't tell him? I
think we didn't talk about it. We just all moved on silently. You know those silent breakups?
I know. You know, I've been there before.
I think
I've been there. It's enough for me to meet my wife. I met my wife at a point when, okay, I'd broken up with my ex like months back. But you know when you fall out of love with someone, you just give them silent treatment and you just want them to end things because you are tired.
Yeah.
Because that person wasted 2.5 years of my life. So I was like, let me keep quiet and you end it. And this is a person who always said, you know what? If I'm to ever break up with you, I will do it in person. I am so mature that I do not break up on phone calls. Then she had to call me and she's like, well, let's end things.
So finally,
it ended on a phone call. So, so you guys start dating. How was the dating process like for you?
It was fun.
What made it fun?
Lubwama was just so caring. Is. Yeah, thank you. He is, but I'm talking about then. Yeah. He was caring then, and he was caring. That's it.
Caring.
You know, these people were coming from, those high school relationships and all that. Now here, she had come to a man who knows what to do. Love, respect, teach, all those things. Lead. So I gave her too much love. I remember even one day, just to tell you how the love was too much. She had to miss work just to see me.
Oh wow!
And
and
that day she bought a cannula.
Was not necessary.
Wait, what? Nicole, you bought a cannula.
Okay.
You bought a cannula and lied to your boss you were sick just to see him.
Actually, those very complicated bosses who won't give you a day off. Yes, I needed a day.
So say it on camera.
I needed a day off. So I had a pharmacist friend of mine. I bought a cannula. And I told him I didn't take a go kumukono. So of course I was scratched eyes, to appear red, yawn, look tired, pale. Like, I can't come to work today. Not feeling well.
Say it because you wanted to go and see him.
Yeah.
Because I had to spend time with Mr. Lubwama.
Oh, were you at campus?
So she
comes. No, I was working. I think
you're working. You're done with campus.
So she comes to me with a cannula, we crack it off, and then we enjoy our day. Yeah, because.
Yeah, until I got well and I reported back to work.
A day later.
She really needed that day off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so but yeah, like he said, respect. And he was really caring.
Yeah.
And with David, we really, like I said, we started as friends, and that stayed. It remained. So he was just like my friend, someone with whom I could talk and just have a good time. So yeah, he was really, really there for me. So
yeah. Okay. So I would like to know the best moment. Let me start with David. What was the best moment for you when you were dating? That moment you look at and you're like, this was it, and I wish it could happen over and over again.
That's a tough question.
Start with David. Nicole, as you're thinking about your moment, I know you guys have had the best moments, but that one moment.
That one moment. Anyway. I think this show is rated PG, but
you say.
But you say no.
But anyway, when we had just started dating, she made a picnic, and she had to call all my friends there.
Wow.
And remember, we had just actually started dating
just
a few months, and it was really so good. My friends came, they had fun, had a chat with her. So
and they accepted me.
Yes, even my family was there, my brothers.
Wow,
they were there. So it was really one of the best moments during that period, because it blended in my circle.
In your circle?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Nicole, what is that best moment you look at when you guys were dating?
That's so tricky. The best moment?
What? The proposal?
I think the best moment when we were dating is the day I had to tell my mom.
That you found somebody.
Yeah.
How was that day?
And then he had to come home. So, because we used to go to the same church.
Yes.
I didn't want Lugambo to start without, my mom knowing. So I was like, I have to tell mom. But also, me, my family, we communicate, open communication. So I just wanted my mom to know so that, it's clear when I have to go somewhere, I don't have to lie, So I go one time, I was nervous. I was like, I go. You know how when you want to start a very tough conversation with your parent?
Yeah.
If I start go there, I'm like, Mommy, nachenjagala kugamba. She's like, put it. Mommy, I have a boyfriend.
So
it's like, Zemba dent money. Just
Are you serious?
Okay, not that she knew it was him, but I think when you get over a certain age, of course, parents know that there's someone.
Yeah, there's
they just be waiting for you to tell them. So anyway, I tell her. She says, I knew I was just waiting for you to tell me. Katiyani konze Lubwama David. Koye. Lubwama David don't know what? Mtalani wa reverend. Konze ye mami.
You're a son to a reverend.
My mom was happy.
Are you serious?
My God, she was happy. She's like, okay, that's good. Kakati mulaba di. Because the mommy we're going to organize. My mom was happy. The following day, she went to town, brought some nice, saucers, those booklets. So she was so happy. She's like, kakati mune no so wani bojoko sango serving David. Now batereka wali bulunzi mkazi wat. And then that day we had actually, before even all that, now the lessons start. Manange jangu, yiga weba sanika emere kubanga Lubwama musajja muganda.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So anyway, Bambi, she was so happy. She was very happy. So time came and he had to come home. Of course, he knew her, but now she was going to know him in a different way.
Yeah.
So we started organizing for Mr. Lubwama here to come. It was a small visit, not Kuchala per se, but
just him getting to know.
Yeah, just to come home. Yeah. So I prepared for him.
You cooked?
I just made snacks. Made some plantain and we had plantain there. My mom was like, she was.
And your dad?
No, my dad. I lost my dad. Years before that.
Sorry. He comes home.
He comes home and they talk. It wasn't awkward because they already knew each other from church.
Yeah.
And my mom was his mom's friend. So the conversation wasn't really awkward until they asked me to leave the room.
Your mom asked you to leave. Now, Mr. Lubwama.
Yeah.
When her mom told her to leave, what did her mom discuss with you? Did she put you like on a firing squad and fired you with questions?
Actually, first of all, even going there, it was a very nervous moment because I went alone. I went alone, bought some few things. I parked at a very, I gave it some distance.
You didn't enter the gate.
No. When I walked, I just walked because I wanted to buy more time if I reached. So I reached there, and when they told her to leave, she told me, "You come here." She's like, "David, I know you very well. You're a good man. But I want you to take good care of my daughter."
Bambi.
Yeah, so she was just telling me to take good care of the daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, "We're not going to put you on pressure. Let's make sure that you do everything that
in the right way.
In the right way. Everything you have to do, just do it." Yeah, so now I'm still taking care of the daughter.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can see the love you guys have. Yeah. So just to get off topic a bit, Mr. Lubwama, like her mom mentioned, Mwami Lubwama musajja muganda yagala ettooke lye nga bali boobeza nga boobe. Yes, you're a Muganda man, and there's this notion, there's this saying of Baganda men are traditional. They want their wives to kneel down while greeting them. Like there's a way Baganda men want to be treated, like it was very many years back. Do you share that? Do you still do you practice that? Or it's for the old generation?
I don't think it's for the old generation. Just hear me out. Personally, I used to kneel before my mother up to the time I got married. And I used to tell people, after I've knelt before her, there's no sign that is going to show that I'm from kneeling. It's just a sign of respect that I was giving my mother.
Yeah.
So I think to the ladies out there, I think if your man is like that, you just do it. Personally, I don't like it.
You don't believe in kneeling?
I don't like it. And she can only do that maybe when there are people because you don't want them to start but I don't like it.
You don't like it?
And even the matoke they taught her, I don't even eat it. So I don't like those things. Kneel, do this.
Being a traditional man. Just imagine our content creator kneeling down.
No, but I don't mind. I don't mind because I remember now I had to kneel actually when he came home to see mom.
Oh.
Because
your mother was there.
If I didn't, it wouldn't reflect well on my mom.
Yes.
It was a sign of my mom did well with me, you know. Can come and serve my future husband while standing, because we were dating, yes, but we started from we were dating with a purpose, not just wasting each other's time.
Yeah.
So but also to add on what he said, he's not a traditional man, so we don't do the kneeling. But like he said, where need be, or when we have, like, we've gone to his home, and I mean I have to, because I can't be seen not respecting my husband.
And also we talked about it. Yeah. There's a time we had that conversation. Would you want me to be kneeling? Would you want me to do this? And I'm like, no, you don't have to kneel. Unless the situation calls for it.
Yes.
But
it's not necessary.
It's not necessary. It's not the only way we can show respect.
Yeah.
There are various.
So away from the best moments, now want to talk about the proposal. How was the proposal?
The proposal.
I don't know, should I start with this? I was who initiated it. So, I had my friends. So I told them the idea that I had. I was like, I want to propose to Nicole. They knew her. Remember, we had already met at the picnic sometime back. So I told them I want to propose. And then I sat with my friends and we planned for this. Yes, we planned on how we're going to do it. I had my friend, there's one called Kitty, Derek, Sandra, Bayat. I sat with those friends of mine and then we planned how we're going to do it. You know, I had to involve girls because girls can do girls things.
They do girls things and they understand each other very well.
Yeah, because personally I felt like I just can't give it to her maybe in bed and then we both sleep off.
Hey,
but then I was
wait, you're the kind of man, you're like a man. You give her a ring and you're like,
unromantic Michigan.
Unromantic Muganda in this case.
So your friends planned
it was the plan I had at first. They were like, no, we can't do that. You know, Nicole, she looks to be like fancy. You know, those people in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Let's do something for her. Then I was like, okay, let's plan. So I come with my friends and then I also bring some of our friends on board because I needed their inputs to bring her to the venue. So we made the party. We had some people there. Then I proposed. But I was afraid that what if she says no?
Why?
People do it.
But a person who has been like a person who had a crush on you from way back.
You never know. Maybe the crush has shifted to someone else.
I never have doubts.
But the good thing, like, she accepted. And now we are living happily thereafter.
Nicole.
Yeah.
How are you feeling on the day of your proposal? Did you know anything?
No. I mean, if you are dating, you know, purposefully, eventually you know that it's going to end in a proposal. I knew he would propose. I just didn't know when, where. I didn't have the details. But my friends fooled me that day. And I didn't think anything of it because you know how girls be. They like to dress up, go out and eat, take good pictures.
So like, around.
And he lied that he was not around because those days he used to work up country. Yeah. So I was like, actually, I think I did know slightly about it. Why? Because I had a dream. The Holy Spirit told me the night before that this guy was lying to me about his whereabouts. He told me, let me tell you, he told me, Mbu, he's traveling to. You had someone to visit, a friend's sister to visit. And then that night, just the Holy Spirit reveals that he's lying about his whereabouts. So I woke up that day, I'm like, but why is David lying to me? why is he lying to me about where he is? So, I didn't nenchita.
Yeah.
So I meet up with my friends. That day was just glorious because I was at church, and then my auntie had to drop me to my friend's hostel to get ready because I told her that I'm going to meet my friends. Now she's like, linya boda fetugenda kuleka wano linya boda. I'm like, namwe muntu so they never into Sako hostel, dress up, and then someone picks us up. But I'm looking at the face. The face is familiar. I'm like, this guy as if he's David's friend. But anyway, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, maybe he's an Uber driver, So before I was like, maybe he's an Uber guy. So anyway, we go. Now we reach there. Tetwavugana long distance. I'm like, but kumanya, couldn't we take borders?
Yeah.
But anyways, we were smartly dressed in heels, so borders couldn't do. So we reach and we are walking with my friends, and then people run out with signs with you marry me. I'm like,
Where was the venue first of all?
There was there's a restaurant in Makere there. I don't know. Yeah, so they ran out with signposts of will you marry me? With his friends there and some family members. Like, that's so sweet. But I was in shock because first I thought he was not in town. I thought he was up country. And then Bambi, he knelt down on one knee. I could tell that he was nervous. He was shaking. He was shaking. But yeah, I was also nervous as well. I ended up kneeling down as well because my knees couldn't take it.
Oh, I believe you cried.
Shaking. Yeah, I did.
You had to.
I was like shaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a good time. We said yes, we celebrated. Had very good food and cut cake, and then went back home.
Wow, that's really nice.
Yeah.
So the wedding functions, how are the preparations?
Preparations.
The devil fought. Tell us how exactly did the devil fight, and how did you guys fight back?
I think first we had the issue of David. You know how parents will, after the intro, parents are like, Ebalua, that letter that has the date of the wedding. He came without the letter.
For the wedding? The wedding?
The introduction, you bring. Is it introduction or kuchala where you bring?
Introduction, you have to inform them when you're going to have the wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that. We didn't inform them. Yeah. So
now there was that chaos of David deciding. It was just what happened? Why were you indecisive on settling on a date?
Oh, you guys had a COVID wedding.
Yeah, the wedding came like towards the end of COVID. But
now imagine we got married. The introduction was in December 2020.
2020.
And the wedding was December 2021.
So there was like 1 year apart.
Yeah.
But that 1 year was like 5 years. She was very angry during that 1 year. Why not coming for me?
Because
you were tired of staying home.
No, but also I was getting. Okay, my family kept asking, when is the date? When is the date? When is the date? Ebalua nga tebajirete. Ebalua nefuke ebalua.
David, why weren't you setting the date?
Actually, there was COVID, and also there was some financial issues that I was trying to settle first.
Yes.
I didn't want to enter into something where I'm expecting a lot of money from people.
And they end up not helping out.
They end up not helping you out. So I wanted to first settle myself before I could bring it. I didn't want it to come out as a failure or what. Yeah, so that's why I had to take some time.
And his reasons are valid, but Bambi, because he's a guy, and they say guys they back at the wedding.
The wedding.
So there was a lot of pressure on his side. But now also me, first of all, I didn't want I didn't like the whole gap of waiting a whole year, you know, and then you have people saying, maybe do a small wedding, maybe do this, maybe do that. But I think I eventually got to terms with it. I rested in the Lord and just believed and trusted. I did my part. So what I did is I got things ready on my part so that when the time is right, when the Lord finally grants it, I'll be ready and I won't be panicking when the Lord finally, you know, makes it happen. So I did my part, organized myself, wrote down my budget of my gown will be this, my cake will be this, my... So by the time God provides and gives me the money, I know that this, I need this amount for this, I need this amount for that. Si mukama kusanga sete and then I start to panic. So I reached to the point where I was like, you know what, Lord, I know this is of you. I know it is your will for me to get married. So I am ready whenever you are. Whenever you're ready, me, I'm ready. So I rested and the beauty with God is that when you trust him, you know, God has a really nice sense of humor. He will let you do whatever you feel like you can do in your power and in your might. And when you're done and tired, and you give him the chance to actually come through for you and do what only he can do, then he will do it. But while you're still, you know, doing this, doing that, thinking that you're going to do everything yourself, nothing much is going to happen. He will let you exhaust all your resources, all your energy, and when you're done, he will then come in and do what you cannot do. So that's what I did. Immediately, I gave, you know, I rested and I was like, you know what, Lord, I'm casting all this unto you. I am done. I am ready whenever you are. And then things started to fall in place. Wow. So even David was concerned and worried about the finances, but I kept, you know, I kept pushing him to trust God. Just like David, it's like you're trusting to do this yourself. Weddings are of God. He is the one who does these things. So as soon as you give up and like hand everything over to him, everything will fall into place. And that's what we did. He had his amount that he had, and we just believed God. We're like, God, this is it. This is what we want, and this is what we have, and we are giving everything to you. Please do what only you can do. And everything started to fall in place. If we had understood that sooner, we wouldn't even have gone to a whole year, I think. But waiting. One thing that my functions taught me is to trust God. Same thing happened with my intro. Trust God. I have a very small family, very small, and writing things down. The Bible tells us to write things down. Write it down so that he may run he who reads it. So I have my book. I had my function book, my budget. Gown, this with the amount. And the total. And then I write the total there and I attach it with a prayer of Heavenly Father. I know your word says that you're willing to provide for us exceedingly and abundantly. So this is what I need. And when I tell you God came through, I was stressing on my intro like I was stressing on the function, on the wedding. And even then, I said, you know what, God, I'm done. Like I gave him his time of, I'm done doing what I can do. This is it. This is the budget. So please do what you can do. And he came through. I had my envelopes. I was very organized. I had my envelopes. So this is for cake. This is for changing dress. This is for bridesmaids. This is for gomasi. And all the envelopes had the exact amount that they had to have. And I had balance. Let me tell you, God provided. I had balance. After the intro, I had balance. I was enjoying. I'm like, God, you're just so nice. So when the wedding came... From my intro. From the intro. Not from the wedding. Not from the wedding. So when the wedding came, when I was like, if I had those moments of stress, doubt, I would be quickly reminded of my intro and I'll just surrender to God, and same thing happened. So that's my life. Me, when I'm stressing, I give God his things of, you know what? Here you go. Same thing with the pregnancy, like that. God is just God. Let him do what he can do. So
wow. That's interesting. So I want to talk about submission. Was it so easy for you to submit to Mr. Lubwama? Because like I said, today we're focusing on submission. And from the way you're talking, from the the way you guys have been acting from the moment you guys stepped here, it's like submission to you is so easy.
Yeah.
First of all, before anything, was it so easy, and is it so easy for you to submit to him?
Yes, extremely, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's so easy. Why do you think that in our generation, we millennials, it's so hard for ladies to submit to men? Why do you think it's so hard?
I think because first could be because they are doing it with just the mentality of I'm doing it for my husband. Yeah?
Yeah.
And yet scripture says, wives, submit to your husbands as unto the Lord.
As unto the Lord. And men also love your wives like Christ loved the church.
Yeah. So could be number one, that is if you think you're doing it for your husband and your husband alone. It makes it hard.
Yeah.
But also, it is very hard to submit to a husband who is not submitted to God.
To God. Say it again. Look in the camera and say it again.
It is very hard to submit to a husband who is not submitted to God.
So, for a wife to submit fully to a husband, the husband must submit to God.
Yes.
Their submission will be so easy.
Yes. Because, Collins, if someone is submitted to God, they'll act a certain way.
Yeah.
They'll behave a certain way. They'll treat you a certain way. If someone is submitted to God, they will know how to treat you because they know God.
Yes.
You cannot love the right way if you do not love God, because God is love.
God is love.
So until you know God, you will know how to love another person. You know?
So it all starts with loving God.
It all starts with loving God and understanding the kind of love that God has for you.
Yes.
And for this person as well. That it is sacrificial, it is patient, it is kind, it is long-suffering. Then you will know to extend that same love to another person, even when they don't deserve it. So if Mr. Lubwama is acting funny, but I am submitted to God first, I will still submit to him because it is God first and then him, not him and then God. So I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do, and I'm doing it because it is what's ought of me to do. You know?
I get it.
Yeah. So if your husband is not submitted to God, it's very difficult. And also, if your husband doesn't love you, because no, this man loves me so well.
So much.
So it's very, very, very easy for me to submit to him. Yeah.
What is your definition of submission? Because people have different kinds. They have different ways they define submission. People think submission is giving him your body, kneeling down.
Say yes to everything.
Say yes to everything. What is your own definition of submission, Nicole?
To me, submission is respect. Yeah. Respect, and submission is what should I call it? I think to me it's respect. Because if I respect him, I will know how to treat him. And like you said, some people think it is kneeling down, it is, giving yourself, saying yes all the time. Some of those things you do because you respect this person. So for me, I feel like submission is rendering to my husband that kind of respect that he deserves. Yeah.
Interesting. Mr. Lubwama, when you're getting into marriage with her, when you decided to settle with her, did you tell her how you wanted her to submit? Because I was reading a certain story, and this person was saying that it's a lady. She was getting married to a certain person who is an elder in a certain fellowship, and this person told her, when we get married, this is how I want you to submit. Stop working, Do not call me by any other name. Call me my Lord.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. Stay home. Like he gave her a lot of conditions.
Yeah.
And she said she loved him, but she felt, and the wedding is soon, but she feels like when she gets into this, man, she might be trapped. And guys were saying, yes, he has told you earlier on, so find a way of adjusting. Mr. Lubwama, when you were getting into marriage with Nicole, did you tell her how to submit to you, or it was a different story for you?
First of all, we always presume that you're marrying someone of age. So there's no reason of putting all those restrictions around someone.
Yes.
So the best thing to do is that there are just some few things that maybe your personal things you may be interested in. And you tell someone, maybe this is how I want something to be done, but not like to enforce everything on the other party because you're too mature people. You can also help yourself. So for us, during courtship, we talked about everything. We used to ask ourselves a lot of questions. And by the time we reached marriage, she knew who I am. I didn't have to tell her how to submit because she already knew that I loved her and I respected her. So the mere fact that I had respect for her, she just had to reciprocate it. She had to bring back the respect.
Yes.
You know? So the mere fact that you're doing something great for the other person, in most cases, that person will bring back the same.
Yeah.
So energy in, energy out.
Energy out.
So you give your wife the best, she'll bring even something better than best.
Better than what you give her.
Exactly. So I think it just starts with the man, how you treat your family, how you treat your wife, how you treat the people who come in the family, you treat the maids, you treat your kids. If you treat these people right, there is no way she's not going to submit to you because they are looking at you as the head. So it comes naturally that, okay, now the head is treating us right. We just have to do the right things so that the head keeps treating us right. So it all starts with the man. You do the right things. Everyone in the house will follow suit.
Yes. Wow. Okay. And 3 years down the road, you're married. What lessons have you learned in the 3 years you've been married?
What lessons?
You're looking for lessons. You haven't learned.
You go first.
She hasn't learned.
I probably have many.
One thing that I can tell people that in marriage, you never close your brains.
Yeah.
That you know it well. You have to learn each and every day.
Yes.
You know, people change.
So much.
Seasons.
People change. These wives of ours change. When she's pregnant, she's behaving different. When she has a kid, she's behaving different. So you have to keep learning and you have to keep adjusting. And the onus is upon the men. You know, if you want to have a happy marriage, you have to be a happy person.
Yeah.
Marriage is not a building that you're just going to walk into. You have to be happy and you make the people around you happy.
Happy, yeah.
And the best way to be happy is to know God.
It's true.
If you know God, you're going to be happy. And also, you have to be hardworking. Marriage is tough when there's no money. It's not easy.
Say it again.
Marriage is tough
when there's no money. So there has to be money in the marriage.
You see, we come here and we tell people that you have to love someone and all that, but man, when there's no money, there's a way love diminishes. You just start quarreling. You know,
out of the blue, something small pieces.
Yes,
hey, you be angry
you,
over
we need the
small
soap,
things.
and you're like, have you just eaten the one I bought last month? You know? So, and by the way, like fights start from such small things. So you have to know God, and you have to be hardworking. Even if, like, you know, these ladies normally appreciate a hardworking man, even if you're not yet there.
You're not yet, yeah.
But if she says that you're trying your best,
Yeah.
they'll always push you to reach there. But now, if you're just there, also, how are you going to be the head of the house when you're just there? There's a thing. So, in marriage, you have to know God. You have to be hardworking, and in this generation that we are living in, we need to set standards for our family. I've seen a lot of families where they think the children are the bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that.
I've seen.
Yes, you go in the house, the kid will just come and start jumping over the visitors. The kids are playing around. When God entrusts you with children, it is you and your spouse to make sure that these children are in the right path.
Train up a child in
being in the right path. Since now you're the parents, you know the world more than the children. You do the right thing. Whether they like you or not, when they grow up, they'll like you.
They'll thank you for it.
Our father was a very tough guy.
Yeah.
Very tough. But when we grew up, he used to hit us. When we grew up, if he was around, I would just go to thank him for beating us up. I'm telling you the truth. Because he did what was the best for us.
Yeah.
So also parents are supposed to do what is best for their children.
For their children.
So they have to learn everything about their children, everything about your spouse, everything that happens in your house. And you live a happy family.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nicole.
Yeah.
The lessons you've learned.
The lessons I've learned in marriage, it doesn't have to be that serious, guys. It does not have to be that serious. What I want to ask, we like to play. We play in our house. We twig over, we play games.
Of course,
because the minute you start to live a very serious life, it's going to become boring. It's going to become boring, and you don't want that.
Why would you be serious as if you're in class?
So David always reminds me, even when I'm just there, I'm gloomy. It's like, don't be so serious. Don't be so serious. So it doesn't have to be that serious, guys. Be friends, play. It's very, very important to just let that inner child in you play, because it keeps the love young. Yeah, the love young. Honeymoon. It's just playing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, we shall be running. Now my son has grown, we got him a ball, but it's me and my husband who use that ball. Oh, wow. We're always beating ourselves. You can just, our maid is just there watching us and just laughing at us. It's a happy household. Have fun, play. It's not that deep, guys. Marriage is fun. It's not a prison. Yeah. And also, another thing that I've learned is a marriage without prayer will fade. Slowly by slowly, but it will. You might not see it now, but with time in the long run, you will see it. It's very, very important to pray with your partner. And when God gives you a family, engage the family as well. Have a family altar. Pray together. Yeah. It's very, very, very important to pray as a family, as a couple, hold hands, pray. And then the other thing that I've learned is choose peace. Choose peace, because there are some things that you just that are not worth fighting over. Yeah. If you learn your person, and from day one he has been doing this and this and this, some things you just have to learn to overlook for the sake of peace. Some things are just not worth fighting over. Yeah. You just have to accept and just choose peace at the end of the day, because it's the peace that's going to, give you guys a happy home. Because men love peace. Yeah, men love peace. They come from out there, they want to go home and have peace, some peace and quiet. Not now you've come, you've left your socks on the floor wide. If something if you're okay with it and it's not worth the fuss, choose peace and you'll be happy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And finally, what has kept you together? Like that thing that keeps you bound together in marriage? What are some of those things? Let me start with you, David.
Me.
To make a strong marriage. Don't fear. Mbamanya PG, say it. Hey! No. Honestly speaking, people need to hear these things. People need to hear these things. We should tell them these things without fear or favor. Because
by the way, when you talk about that, no, that aspect is very important.
You say it.
The aspect of chonjo.
Chom.
Call it chow, babe. Call it chow.
Chow.
You know, men are different from ladies.
Yeah.
And some ladies really forget that aspect. You know, a lady can be there without even thinking about it.
That's
For
true.
even a year.
Yeah, for quite
true.
a long time.
But a man,
Especially after birth. No, sorry, keep going.
Even before birth.
Hey.
But for a man, men always think about this aspect, always on a daily basis. And some ladies, you know, you get back home and they start giving excuses.
They're not excuses.
No,
They
you
are
can't
valid.
give excuses today, tomorrow, the other day. You have to think about the other person.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're not feeding your man at home, chow, chances are high you will go out to get it. Yes?
If you're not feeding your man
feeding your man at home,
he will go and get it outside.
he will go and get it outside. So the onus is upon you to make sure that at least you feed your man. You know?
Yeah.
You have to feed your man. And also, like she said, you don't have to be serious. You pray and play.
Pray and play.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pray and play. You don't have to make life so serious. You go out. You
Change
enjoy
scenery.
some time out there. You know, this thing people think it is rocket science. It is something very simple. People just make it a bit complicated.
People make it complicated.
But if you understand your person well, just be you. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. And everything will move on well.
Nicole,
Nice, yeah.
to you, what keeps you bound together?
Number 1, communication.
Communication.
That one,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very good communicator.
Yeah, she is.
Very, very good. And I'll openly speak out. So that has helped us a lot.
Yeah.
If I see something that I don't like, if something is nganda watutan sokuva kumulamwa, I'll address it. And we shall quickly get back on track.
Yeah.
So communication. And not just any communication, guys. Good communication. Good communication. It matters how you communicate and when you communicate. Not when a guy is tired, atemanya what, and then you want to talk. Because you have to, and you want to bring a very serious conversation. Your message will not be well received. So it matters how and when you communicate. So for us, good communication has worked so well for us. And then prayer, that one has also worked very well with us. And then friendship. Guys, work on that friendship. And of course, the playing and everything falls down there, falls in there because, I mean, this is your friend. You're going to just be silly with them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's it. So,
okay. Thank you so much, guys. And lastly, in just 2-3 seconds, assure him of how much you love him.
Of course.
Go first.
Ladies first.
Babe.
I'm not even seeing you well.
Yeah. Mr. Lubwama, I assure you that I'm going to continue being a good wife. I'm going to love you and honor you and make you happy. And just
have more kids.
Yes, I will, but not so many. But I love you so much and thank you for being a good husband.
Mr. Lubwama, your turn.
I thought they had cut.
Assure her.
Assure me.
Nicole, my only bean in the soup.
I'm not sure I like that one.
Well, those are the ones
the only ball in my fish.
Yeah, those are the ones we used to use back then, and they could make it, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love you so much, and thank you for being a good wife. Looking forward to many more kids with you and a happy marriage. Yeah, she always thinks that maybe 1, 2, 3 kids are enough.
We want our content creator to be in shape.
Take it.
With 1 or 2?
Maybe 3.
3.
Shall talk to Macklin.
Guys, thank you so much for coming through, guys. It was an absolute pleasure hosting you. To our viewers out there, this has been the story of the Lubwamas. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do not forget to subscribe to the Romantic Muchiga. Also follow her. She's an Instagram queen.
Yes, guys. Please follow me on Instagram. The username is Mrs. Lubwama.
Mrs. Lubwama.
I do lifestyle, faith, and marriage-based content.
Yeah.
And
guys, please don't follow me. There's nothing there.
Guys, till next time. Bye-bye.